Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fees. I'm an international student and a YouTuber based in Saskatchewan, Canada. I do videos on Canada life, how to live in Canada, how to settle, how to get admission, everything Canada, international student, how to navigate your way from being an international student to being a permanent resident. So everything you need to know about Canada living, Canada migration, you will find it in this channel. So if you love what I'm doing, please do subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. If you know in any way we can improve or anything you want us to talk about, please drop it in the comment section. Okay, so today I'll be talking about a particular question a lot of people have been asking me, due to the new laws, the new changes. What is my take? The money involved in studying in Canada. I didn't plan for all this. The increase in living expenses, the money you need to show in your POF, okay, as an international student. So it's a lot. So a lot of people are like, what is happening? They didn't budget like this, but it has come to stay, right? So now somebody asked an interesting question and I decided to do a video about it. I made some research and decided to do a video about it. Okay, so she wants to do a 1-year master's or she wants to do college 1-year program, if it's college or master's. But there are some clauses in the master's, right, as regarding your post-graduation work permits. You are eligible if you attend public school, but how many years? So she is asking if her score, her BS score, okay, is not up to 2-1, and this is the course she wants to do. And if she decides to go for college, will 1-year course or 1-year program guarantee PR? That's an interesting question, and I love that when she asked me that. So I decided to make a research on that and come up with a video for it, and I bet you will enjoy it. So sit down and relax. This is very important. I'll be looking down because I wrote some things down. So if you see me look down, don't think maybe there's something. There are some things that I researched that I know I might not remember. So I wrote some things down so I will not forget, because this is an important topic. Will 1-year program guarantee PR? That is the topic. Will 1-year program guarantee PR? So by the time we finish this video, I will answer that question at the end of this video. Okay, so get your pen, get your paper, and get ready to write, because it's going to get interesting. Okay, so firstly, if you want to apply for a 1-year program in any school, please make sure the school or the program you are applying for is eligible for post-graduation work permit. It's not, I later find out that it's not about the school. Actually, the school, it should be a DLI school. That's number one. Then the program you are studying should be eligible for post-graduation work permit. You will get to understand as we go on. Okay, so number one, before, make sure the program is PGWP eligible. That's one. So if you do a 1-year program, you will be eligible for 1-year post-graduation work permit. If you do a 2-year program, you will be eligible for a 3 years post-graduation work permit. That is Canadian standard. That's the law, especially if you are doing college, right? College, BSc, masters, but there are still changes in the master's program recently. Okay, so now I will bring down some steps or guideline that will enable you carefully work towards your goal. The goal is for you to settle here, but if you know you don't want to settle, you want to do school, finish your school, return back, you can choose any school, even private school. You can choose any school, do your program, finish and go back. But if you intend to stay in Canada, this video is for you. If you intend to stay in Canada after studies, this video is for you, okay? So number one guideline is that you have to choose the right program that fall under the category of PR. So we have three categories for PR. We have the federal skilled work, we have the federal skill trade, then we have Canadian experience class. Let me repeat that again. So we have the federal skill work class, we have the federal skill trade class, then we have the Canadian experience class, CEC. So it's under this category that most international students fall under, this Canadian experience class, because under it is stated that once you work, you gain a 1-year experience in Canada, you will be able to apply for PR. So you see the need for the post-graduation work permit. So after you have finished, so you have to be very strategic to get a skill job after you graduated. It's not all about program now, like let me come and school. You need to be strategic, you need to think, you need to research, you need to set your goals and priorities right to be able to get this right. So you have to, how do you know if the course you study is under skill job? You can check that through Job Bank. You can also check Canadian Occupation Classification, that is NOC. So you will check if you are eligible to get a skill job. From what you read, you can be able to check if you fall under this Canadian Occupation Classification, NOC. So if you fall under this place, like what you study, your program falls under this place, you are good, right? Okay, so you have to honestly check the demand of the program you are studying. You need to check the demand in the labor market. Like if you are studying early childhood education, you need to check if early childhood education is in demand. That's what I mean. What is the demand of early childhood education in Canada or in the province you are going to? You need to check. So that's another way to check if your program is eligible for skilled work. All right, under skilled work, skilled job or skilled work or something like that, right? So number 2, study in a province that offer provincial nomination program. Okay, let me break it down. We have 2 ways you can be eligible for PR, that is permanent residence. So we have the federal skill job. You're under the express entry, as you create an express entry profile and all that. That is under the federal skill job. You have your express entry profile, so you need to create it. So if your program falls under federal skill job, if you are not nominated or you don't get PR under federal skill job, you're going to get under provincial nomination program. This has to do with the province you are studying, or the province you reside in, or the province you decided to reside in. There are some provinces that are less competitive, like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick. But provinces like Ontario, BC, they are high like very, very competitive because they have a lot of people there. They have much people. So before you get nominated, and one funny thing is that PR is it has to do with points. So the higher you get your points, the higher chances of getting PR or getting nominated. So if you are not um qualified under the federal skill job, you didn't get your PR, you can get under provincial nomination. So province can nominate you. So you better think of those provinces that are less competitive to get your PR. PR is PR, permanent resident, but is the same benefits. So I said, let me just remind you, for some of you that want to Ontario, anybody, please, can I get school in Ontario? I heard that is where foreign people are. Who told you? Who told you that that's where foreigners is? Who told you Ontario is the only place where foreigners is? Who told you? How do you know? You need to get information. You need to research. Okay? So when settling, look for provinces that you can get some of these documents very fast. Canada is enjoyable when you have your documents. So let me remind you. Number 3 is that improve your language skill. Improve your language skill. This is very, very important. That you can speak English does not mean you you know English. Okay, let me just put it that way. That you speak English does not mean you know English. So there is a language test you have to take. So either you take, and the higher score you have improves or increases your chances of getting PR or getting nominated, improves your score, your points in the express entry, improves your point. Because this language test, they test your speaking, your reading, your writing, your listening abilities. So if you get a higher score, the higher you get, the higher chances of you getting nominated. If you don't know it. So it's either you take the IELTS or you take the CELP. CELP, that is a CELPIP. Or you take, for those already in Canada, you can take that test. It's an English test that helps to assess your English proficiency. Your reading, your writing, your listening, and your speaking. So if you're an international student and you are doing a 1-year program, please make sure to write this test close to your graduation. Make sure to write it close to your graduation so that it will still be valid for you to use it to apply for your PR. Okay? So another interesting point I want to make is this. Please gain relevant Canadian work experience. Gain relevant Canadian work experience. It can be some of you, if you are applying for admission, you see COOP, co-op. So that means you can work while you study. It's attached to your study. So there are some courses that require you to visit schools, to go to school. Like early childhood education, we go out a lot. We go to schools, we interact with children. It's on the job training. Like they train you. You go to class, to schools, you meet children, you do 1 or 2 experiences. So you need that attachment. Is attached to your studies. Some of them that you do business studies, you see that work permit for you to be eligible to work while you can work while you study. Okay, so please, you can gain experiences. It depends. part-time job, you can do part-time job as an international student, but those part-time job, let me explain something. It does not count as work experience when you are applying for your PR. It's just for you, because the sole aim of you being in Canada is to study, not to work. So any work you are doing, any part-time job you are doing, is for you to just on your own gain normal experience, one, then improve your chances when you start the actual post-graduation work permit. When you finish your studies and you are applying for your post-graduation work permit, either 1 year or 3 years, that is the experience they are talking about. That's what you will use to apply under your that gain experience category. That's the one international student uses. That's why it's important when you're applying for your study, you need to be strategic. Don't just come and apply for school anyhow, get admission, come to Canada, you are confused. You don't need to be confused. Plan yourself, sit down, plan, and apply. Okay? So under this gain experience category, you need to work for 1 year after your graduation to be eligible for that Canadian experience class. You understand? We have the tier 0. Under this class, we have the tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So this experience requires a university degree or college diploma or high school. If you have this certificate in Canada, you can use it and apply under this category. Okay? So be strategic. Then another way you can also get a skill job, because you need a skill job to apply under this category. What do we mean by skill job? That is career pathway. You need to have a career path, not you finish early childhood education, they gave you post-graduation work permit. You need to work with children, then you are going to work in a fast food. You are confused now, right? So you need to work in that place where you are trained to be able to convince the visa officer or IRCC that you know what you're doing. If you are trained as early childhood education, I use it mostly because that's the course I'm doing. Okay, if you are trained to be an early childhood education, when you are offered your post-graduation work permit, please go and work in a school. It will help you gain that experience, then apply under this category, this Canadian experience class, and you will get your PR. So is 1 year course or program, can it guarantee PR at the end? Yes. Can I come to Canada with my family under 1 year course, masters? Yes. If you want to do doctorate, yes, because of the new law now. Okay. What's it called? Diploma, college diploma. You can still come with your family if you are strategic. Watch some of my video. There's a video I made, how to come with your spouse, because the children are not affected. It's just the spouse. How to come with your spouse to Canada because of the recent changes. But as it still stands, there is no date yet for the commencement of open work permit. Like, they've not said stop yet. So those that are applying, you can still apply. They've not made that official announcement that, okay, from today, open work permit is no longer eligible for college and undergraduate studies. We've not heard it. And if we hear, I will update you guys. My own is to bring informations that will help you navigate your way here in Canada. Okay? Then another advice I will actually give you is to seek professional advice. It's very important. If you are confused, please look for an immigration lawyer. I'm not one. All this I'm doing is just to help you. My personal research and experience. I am not an immigration lawyer. So please seek advice, seek help, do research, plan and navigate your way very, very well before you embark on this journey. And I will still tell you, this is not journey for the faint-hearted. You need to be courageous to move on. Please, if you like my video, please subscribe to keep this page going. Please subscribe. Your subscription means a lot to me. Please subscribe, and see you next time till I come your way again. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you are doing a 1-year program or a 2-year program, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer you. Any clarity you want, and I'll be glad to answer you, okay? Thank you for watching, and see you next time. I love you guys. Bye.